Hello everyone, this is Navneet. So, as you can see, the beautiful bookshelf behind me, from that you all would have guessed that I love books. So, I'm an avid reader of books and I almost read literally everything, right from graphic novels to fiction and non-fiction. Well, non-fiction is something that I don't like much, but I like fiction more. I like characters who, are created out of our imagination. And then again, after picking up some figments from everyday life and so on. So I recently ordered a couple of books and I'm making this video to show you all what I received in the parcel. Since I ordered a lot of books, I don't know, what came in this parcel, and then there are subsequent parcels as well. So let us open up this parcel. I'm gonna slowly open it up. Well, what are you guys expecting? Like, what do you guys think would it be? Would it be some contemporary novel or, some classic, maybe The Idiot by Dostoevsky? What do you guys think? I think it's something that you won't be able to guess. Okay, so the first book, Cobalt Blue, this is by this is translated by Jerry Pinto. So I have read a couple of novels by Jerry Pinto. One of them was The M and the Big Home. So M and the Big Home really talks about the mental health crisis, and the way it talks about, I never really encountered an Indian novel which talks about mental health crisis in a way. So M and the Big Home is one recommendation that I would want to give you all. Now this book, I don't know what the book is about. A friend of mine who is also an avid reader, he suggested me that I should read this book. So let us see what the blurb says. So the blurb says that a paying guest seems like a win-win proposition to the Joshi family. He's ready with the rent, he's willing to lend a hand when he can, and he's happy to listen to Mrs. Joshi on the imminent collapse of our culture. Okay, so the Joshis are talking about collapsing of culture, and then they have a paying guest. But he's also a man of mystery. Oh, he has no last name, he has no family, no friends, no history, and no plans for the future. The siblings Tanay and Anuja are smitten by him. He overturns their lives, and when he vanishes, he breaks their hearts. Okay, so this seems interesting. Maybe I'll pick this one first. Let us go on to the second novel. Now, to the disappointment and dismay of a lot of readers, मैंने कभी रस्किन बॉन्ड एक्चुअली नहीं पढ़ा. I have never read anything by Ruskin Bond. I was more into, I would say, stories of Tenali Rama and all of that stuff. Like Birbal stories I used to read as a child. So Ruskin Bond, I have ordered The Room on the Roof. Now I'm not sure what I should expect out of Bond, but I have ordered another from Bond, The Blue Umbrella. I thought that these are quintessential reads and everyone should pick them up at least once, and I would be a very bad English literature graduate if I don't read Bond. So these are two books by Bond. Then there's one more. Oh, it's a fat book. Any guesses? It is a big fat book by an Indian female novelist who, I think she's won the Booker, and her mother is also a novelist. So I think you would have guessed by now. It is The Loneliness of Sonia and Sunny by Kiran Desai. I am so excited for this novel. I don't know why. I love novels which are fat. I love books which flow, I think, which have a whole family tree to them. Because I've heard that this book, it's not as fat as A Suitable Boy. Like, yeah. But I think this is, it's hardcover, and I got it for 597 rupees. So I think a pretty, good deal. And I'm very excited to pick this novel particularly. And we have some people who have written about it at the back. But I think all in all, the print is also beautiful. So what happened recently? I had purchased this one novel, Catcher in the Rye. I'm not sure if it is here. Oh, yeah, it's here. So I had purchased Catcher in the Rye from Connaught Place. So in Connaught Place, There are a lot of books that you can find lying on the streets and you can purchase them. अब क्या होता है कि वो क्या करते हैं ना, उनका देर इज दिस स्कीम, वो इस नॉवल को प्लास्टिक का जो ट्रांसपेरेंट कवर है उसमें डाल देंगे. Now a person picking up the novel wouldn't think about the font and the everything. When you go back home, you realize that the font is so, I can show you over here, see this, the font is so small that you don't even feel like picking the novel. So I think for everyone who is who is venturing into reading, or who is venturing into maybe exploring the world of literature, should please see the font, because that matters the most. And I think I lost most of my eyesight because I read novels with thin small fonts as a child. So please don't do that. And I think one reading habit which I also sort of discourage is, please don't read in dim light, read in bright light. And I would say read in the morning. You should pick up 2 hours in the morning to read. I have not been able to do it very diligently, but this is something that my professor told me, that you should read every day, at least for 2-3 hours. That makes you a better person. So I think this is about the unhauling. Now there is a next set of Amazon parcel package that's gonna come, and that we will be covering in the next video. And I hope we all keep reading, and if there are any more book recommendations, please let me know in the comments. Thank you.